I hit them with the venomous and infectious defections, like the release of infectious agents. I am filled with excellence to perplex you sexist, but in essence I leave you stressing and second guessing the mess that you're in for being reckless and pretentious or contentious with conscientious prospectus. A legal process, respect us, but either way it will not affect us. They cannot deflect us when the law protects and directs us. Expect us, nevertheless it will never impress us, nor can they oppress us from what connects us. Leave their court orders torn in 6 directions for collection under this section. They face their reflection without detection or inspection. Take them like an injection for their legal rejections. They will be with the Mexicans in the Department of Corrections. Been waiting for Jesus' erection, so there won't be a battle of the sexes with our exes. This is the nexus in excess, hard pressed for dissection. To my recollection, there can be any conjecture or insurrection. Let me keep cooking like convection, or you get ejected like an emergency ejection. That'll change your complexion with subjection, without objections or impression. A winning connection, and full of imperfection or prelection or election. You will need disinfection or face disconnection. Call this a misdirection or redirection, but in circumspection through a direction. You will then be ready for reinfection with this super infection in retrospection and interjection. Snatching your necklace and breakfast and replace it with asbestos. Tremendous when I send them to Venice or Memphis like a menace or magician's apprentice. Spitting momentous, one momentum for being overzealous and impetuous. When I make it stupendous, have you looking horrendous and being pretentious like I am deathless and will leave you breathless like it's effortless. Put you temptresses in a tempest with Festus like a Festus. I know why the government misled us and always intends to molest us or arrest us or leave us headless, but we're quicker than Legolas while the Legos are all legless. So we treat them with landless. They cannot appel or expel or motion to compel us or repel us like central intelligence. They are just a bunch of celebrates with organ and unintelligence. So who are they to tell us that they could area tell us when I've been sent for relics to leave some skeletons with all of the delegates that are a bunch of defenseless degenerates and zealots while we're stepping through dimensions to diminish the pensions. Never to mention they're at the wrong convention, which is in the head, and it's never my intention to remain vague, but I will fill them with apprehension, with a comprehension and with reprehension for the misapprehension and misinterpretations and insinuations like a bunch of mental patients. And I'm out of patience with these Satanists, and so my name strengthens my exemption and put them in pre-hypertension, and by extension put them in detention with suspensions of tension like they were having an intervention, and evades their perception and check the authority section for the confessions. Better start your engines because we're about to leave them with faceless expressions. And I get the impression that you professionals only ever profess to learn a lesson and rob our possessions like a demonic possession while they make corrections to the potential projections like immaculate conception. And Congress can't seem to come to detections, and this is distress, and this differential keeps slipping from the transgressions and aggression and obsession and this possession having preconceptions.
Time fractures, hear the crackle within. Demons on my heels, whispering sin, infinite doors. But which one lets him win? Jumping through dimensions, tearing the seams. Chased by the darkness, haunted by screams. Worlds collide, it's not what it seems. Running from demons, trapped in their schemes. He fell into a realm where gravity bends. Sky full of eyes and the Lord suspend. Neon rivers flow, they twist and extend. Stepped on a clock face and the hand spun mad.
Time tried to hold him with a grip ironclad. Slipped through its teeth, left it all bad. Demons laughed, but he reclaimed his past. I'm cold as an icicle and on a ride like I'm on a metaphysical bicycle, a tricycle, a dicycle, a motorcycle, riding through your dining hall like the movie Psycho, having them losing their life cycle from taking Tylenol and Xylitol. I'm Latinidiocal phantom from anime, having a tantrum per annum with this random memorandum in tandem like a phantom, making them split like an atom. This is the anthem where I hold the legal system for ransom for kidnapping my son. If they just wanna dance some, I will pants them, never chance I will plant some plants in Scranton with abandon. They all like Abaddon, but I have the advantage of the grand advantage to dismantle what they supplanted. But this hatred is sacred, it will leave them riddled with self-hatred for being racist. What a disgrace, this is as plain as day that there ain't no way they can taste this long awaited and hated, elated, stated, rated and translated, updated and dictated and vacated the order, leaving it vacant like the stare of a vagrant with flagrant disregard. They will be disbarred, scarred and charred until they turn as dark as Darth Vader and leave them faded as old paper and jaded, degraded because I invaded. Even though it's always a waitress, I remember the pastry on it, kick my sways of the bitter, and the state sucks like suction cups mixed with lake mud like a great flood, made of fake blood, baked as a bud or a spud. They are cold-blooded, I hit them like a flash flood. I must have dragon's blood energy for the synergy and the end of my 40 enemies when I shred them like cheddar cheese with telemetries. Cleverly and expertly I place them in jeopardy for committing double jeopardy, leave them in lethargy. Unexpectedly I am inexorably stricken with within an excellency. Call me his excellency, even though it is my destiny for title 4D to pester me incessantly with memory. But they will never see or ever be anything like I profess to be. If you're testing me, you will forever be stricken from the state treasuries. FOC could never measure the level of a level off the level of the mentally or fundamentally. They can get the penalty, expand a little with treachery at the dispensary, coincidentally and incrementally, and drop them into the 17th century temperamentally, but essentially
time fractures, hear the crackle within. Demons on my heels, whispering sin, infinite doors. But which one lets him win? Jumping through dimensions, tearing the seams, chased by the darkness. Worlds collide, it's not what it seems. Running from demons, he fell into a realm where gravity bends. Sky full of eyes, neon rivers flow, they twist and extend. Stepped on
I hit them with the venomous and infectious defections, like the release of infectious agents. I am filled with excellence to perplex you sexist, but in essence I leave you stressing and second guessing the mess that you're in for being reckless and pretentious. A contentious but conscientious prospectus of legal process. Respect us, but either way it will not affect us. They cannot deflect us when the law protects and directs us. Expect us, nevertheless it will never impress us. Nor can they oppress us from what connects us. Leave the court orders torn in 6 directions. For collection under this section, they face their reflection without detection or inspection. Take them like an injection for their legal rejections. They will be with the Mexicans in the Department of Corrections. Been waiting for Jesus' resurrection, so there won't be a battle of the sexes with our exes. This is the nexus, and nexus hard pressed for dissection. To my recollection, there can't be any conjecture or insurrection. Let me keep cooking like convection, or you get ejected like an emergency injection. That'll change your complexion with subjection, without objections or reflection or infantelection, and full of imperfection, no predilection or election. You will need disinfection or face this election. Blank fist or misdirection, or a direction, but in circumfection through indirection. You would then be ready for reinfection with the super infection and retrospection and interjection. Snatching your necklace and breakfast and replace it with asbestos tremendous. When I send them to Venice, amendments like a menace. Some magicians apprentice, better horrendous with momentum for being overzealous and impetuous. When I make it stupendous, have you looking horrendous and being pretentious like I am deathless and will leave you breathless like a temperless. But you temptress us in a tempest with festus like infestus. I know how the government misled us and always intends to molest us or arrest us or leave us headless, but we're quicker than Legolas while the Legos are all Legos. So we treat them with limitless when we're not impel or expel, emotionally compel us or repel us like central intelligence. They are just a bunch of celibates for relevant and unintelligent. So we're with three to tell us that they get a free and tell us and the consensus develops and leave us galloping with no limit intelligence. That are a bunch of offenses, degenerates and zealots while we're stepping through dimensions to tremendous professions. Never to look in their at the wrong convention, which isn't the Hague. And it was never my intention to remain vague, but I will fill them with apprehension, without comprehension and with reprehension for their misapprehension and misinterpretations of insinuation. Put your bunch of mental patience, and I'm out of patience with these Satanists. And so my name strengthens my exception and put them in pre-hypertension, and by extension put them in detention with suspensions and tension like they were having an intervention. And evades their perception and check the authority section for their confessions. Better start your engines because we're about to leave them with faceless expressions. And I get the impression that you professionals only ever profess to learn a lesson and rob our possessions like a demonic possession, while they make corrections to their potential projections like immaculate possession. The taverns can see the distant concessions, and this is depressing. This differential keeps slipping from their transgressions and aggression and obsession. And this possession having preconception.
Time fractures here to crackle within. Demons on my heels is with Vincent. Here fell indoors, but which one lets him win? Jumping through dimensions, tearing the scene. Chased by the darkness, haunted by screams. Worlds collide, it's not what it seems. Running from demons, trapped in their schemes. He fell into a realm with gravity bend. Sky full of eyes and the lost suspend. Neon rivers flow, they twist and extend. Stepped on a clock, facing hands spun mad. Time tried to hold him with a grip ironclad. Slipped through his teeth, left it all back. Demons left, but he reclaimed his path. Time fractures here, the crackle within. Demons on my heels, whispering sin. Infinite doors, but which one lets him win? Jumping through dimensions, tearing the scene. Chased by the darkness, haunted by screams. Worlds collide, it's not what it seems. Running from demons, trapped in their schemes. He fell into a realm where gravity bends. Sky full of eyes and the lost suspend. Neon rivers flow, they twist and extend. Stepped on a clock, facing hands spun mad. Time tried to hold him with the grip ironclad. Slipped through its teeth, left it all back. Demons laughed, but he reclaimed his past.
I'm cold as an icicle and on a ride like I'm on a metaphysical bicycle, a tricycle, a bicycle, a motorcycle, riding through your dining hall like the movie Psycho, having them losing their life cycle from taking Tylenol. And these out of toll, I'm like a maniacal phantom from anime, having a tantrum per random with this random memorandum in tandem like a phantom, making them split like an atom. This is the anthem where I hold the legal system for ransom for kidnapping my son. If these agents wanna dance some, I will pants them, then perchance I will plant some plants in Scranton with a band, and they are like abandoned, but I have the advantage of a ransom plantage to dismantle what that's a plan. Some for this hatred is sacred, it will leave them riddled with self-hatred for being racist. What a disgrace, this is as plain as day that there ain't no way that can chase this long awaited and hated, elated, stated, rated and translated, updated and dictated and vacated. The order leaving them vacant like the sterile of vapor with flagrant disregard. They will be disbarred, scarred and charred until they turn as dark as Darth Vader and leave them faded as old paper and jaded, degraded because I invaded. Even though it was as slow as a waitress, I remain a patriotic and persuasive debater, and this state sucks like suction cups mixed with lake mud, like a great flood made of fake blood baked as a bud or a spud. They are cold-blooded, I hit them like a flash flood. I must have dragon's blood energy for this energy and the end of my 40 enemies. When I shred them like cheddar cheese with telemetries, cleverly and expertly I place them in jeopardy for committing double jeopardy. Leave them in lethargy unexpectedly. I am inexorably stricken with imminent excellency. Call me his excellency, even though it is my destiny for title 4D to pester me incessantly with memory. But they will never see or ever be anything like I profess to be. If you're testing me, you will forever be stricken from the state treasuries. FOC could never measure the level of a level off the level left. The mentally or fundamentally. That he get the penalty, experimentally with treachery at the dispensary. Coincidentally and incrementally, and drop him into the 17th century temperamentally, but essentially.
Time fractures, hear the crackle within. Demons on my heels, whispering sin. Infinite dials, but which one lets him win? Jumping through dimensions, tearing the seams. Chased by the darkness, haunted by screams. Worlds collide, it's not what it seems. Running from demons, trapped in their schemes. He fell into a realm where gravity bends.
Sky full of eyes and the heart suspend. Neon rivers flow, they twist and extend. Stepped on a clock face and the hands spun mad. Time tried to hold him with the grip ironclad. Slipped through its teeth, left it all back. Demons laugh, but he reclaimed his past. Time fractures, hear the crackle within. Demons on my heels, they twist and extend.
Stepped on a clock face and the hand spun mad. Time tried to hold him with a grip ironclad. Slipped through its teeth, left it all bad. Demons laugh, but he reclaimed his past.